I'm Sam. I had a motorbike accident on the 26th of June 2013. Resulted in me being airlifted to Hull Royal Infirmary. I spent about 8 weeks there before finally being discharged.
Hiya, I'm Helen. I had an accident in 2018. Wasn't quite as dramatic as Sam's. I fell over my dog when I was taking him out so I could go to the loo. Ended up in hospital for 2 months.
Don't know what I expected. Did you have an expectation on discharge or?
Don't really know, I just really looked forward to it. And I remember when I was leaving the hospital and I was on a stretcher and I was so happy that I was leaving. Then when I got back, it's like, all that euphoria just goes and it's like, well, I'm here now, what do I do?
Yeah.
And you just got no idea what it is that you're meant to be doing, let alone what you can do.
I think that's exactly it, isn't it? What am I meant to do?
Yeah.
For me, a lot, and this was like a lot of the decisions in hospital and a lot of like big things with everything. Like I wasn't mentally there to deal with it, and not because of like mental health or anything like that. Just because I was like very heavily sedated on painkillers and everything because of the pain that I was in. I've been having hallucinations and all sorts, so I didn't really understand a lot of what was going on. And like I remember the day they said they were going to take my leg off, and everyone says like, how did that feel? Didn't feel anything. It didn't really matter to me at the time. So I don't think I had any massive expectations of discharge. Just it was nice to be going home, but I don't know what I thought that looked like really. Which I know a lot of people, it's like you said, you can be really excited for going home, or some people don't feel ready. Like there's so many different emotions about going back home, I think, and I don't think it was nice to be back with my family, but like you said, I don't know, it just felt weird.
Yeah.
It was strange especially moving back in with my dad, so it was home, it was my childhood home, but it wasn't where I lived at the time.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing for me being discharged probably had to rehome my dog.
Right.
Because I had no one to look after him. And after being in hospital for a couple of months and after I was discharged, I found out probably a few months later that they were going to amputate my leg because the surgery hadn't taken and thought I had an infection and things. And it was all kind of dealing with that as well, really.
Yeah, on top of the emotional dealing with not having your dog. That's massive in itself, isn't it,
And I remember when I was in hospital, my mental health was so bad, I could hear people talking about using my dog for dog fighting, and that's what I thought they were going to do.
Right. Like you was like imagining this.
Yeah. And it was awful, really, but came out the other side.
It is strange, just the time in hospital. It is, and I always put it down to being in a coma and seeing loads of weird stuff in my coma that was like just horrible, and I never spoke to anyone about it for years, and then someone finally brought it up and I was like, I'm so happy that this isn't just me that's gone through that, because it was horrendous. Like I kept a lot of it to myself. But I felt like that the whole 8 weeks I was in hospital. I was like, I didn't know what was real. I thought it all was real.
I did. But
it wasn't, and I was scared a lot of the time. I was up all night. It's weird. So you're ready to go home to be out of that, but then you've a whole new set of challenges when you get home.
Yeah.
So the first week after discharge was probably one of the hardest, I guess, because you've got all these emotions going on, like what you're expecting it to be good to be back home, and then for me it was just kind of like a massive kick in the teeth, really, because it's like, I'm home, am I even ready to be home, am I equipped for this, like my life is gonna, that's when I felt disabled, if you know what I mean. Like I couldn't move around the house, I couldn't go up and down the stairs on my own, I couldn't even go in the kitchen and make myself some breakfast or something else. I was very heavily reliant on my dad, and that's basically how the first week looked. I remember driving home, my dad was driving me home, and we were all excited, me and my dad and my sister was all really excited for me to be back home and actually sort of start progressing with the recovery, I guess. Obviously we had no idea what lied ahead, but it was scary. It was really scary, and I think not knowing how things were going to be. Like obviously things were going to get better, but for me back then, I was a 24-year-old who's never ever gone through. I'd never broken a bone before. I was really active. Like worked hard every day. To just being where I couldn't move without help, that was a very scary time for me, and not a time I'd like to revisit really.
No.
You know what I mean? It was it was hard work. What about you?
My discharge is a bit different because I can't actually remember what it was like in the early days, especially the first week or so. I've got no memory of it at all. All I actually remember is leaving the hospital on a stretcher. Then after that I can't remember going into the flat, I can't remember.
So they discharged you on a stretcher? Like you on,
Yeah. I think it was like for patient transport, just to get me to the ambulance, I'd imagine, but I can't actually remember it.
Yeah, that's... I wonder why, like, the memory's gone kind of thing. I know they say it can be like a defence mechanism for the... Like, I don't remember any of the accident, and they said that's a defence thing.